I gotta find the lighter here. Where's my man? Why is this here? Ooh. Fucking slop hogs around this bitch, ain't there? What's up, people? How y'all doing? I thought I'd jump on here real quick and say what's up. Hope everybody's doing all right. I can fly, but that being said, jailbirds don't fly. I was trying really hard. It was like a peacock, you know what I'm saying? Could only jump so high. But either way, I'm trying to collect some fucking cans here. Jeffro, where was my letter, motherfucker? I was hoping you were gonna write me, bro. You fucking left me hanging. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. It would have been nice to have a letter from people. But either way, do a little update, let you guys know. Fresh out of jail. Did a 56 day little vacation. Don't know how to say it besides the fact that they'll here to sign a release of information. Because a PO feels it's necessary to, yeah, but either way, my case is fucked up. If I fuck up again, I'm going to prison. That's what they say. Allegedly. I've never heard the word allegedly so much in my life. And I think I heard it at least probably 5 times a day. Allegedly I'm smoking a cigarette. But, first off, I just want to say that I got shit to do. I got to get shit done. I'm not home yet. I was transported from Lake County to Jefferson County because Jefferson County is where I'd the courts or whatever oversee me. That being said, I'm holding up. I'm keeping my head up. I gotta go get my meds filled and shit like that, because, you know, but anyhow, I won't get into that because it's not gonna be no negative Nancy bullshit. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and tell people hi, tell people that I'm still alive. You like that? That we should all spiked and shit. In all reality, I am looking forward this week to go see my therapist. I don't really know what to say besides the fact that I'm happy to be out. I am disappointed in the way that the system works. The system definitely needs to get this shit grasped under control. They're doing, you know, in Oregon, I live in the state of Oregon, which, you know, they did decriminalization of drugs, which now they're admitting that it was like an experimental decriminalization of drugs in the last 2 years or whatever. Now fentanyl has become cut with methamphetamine and other drugs. Xylosine, all that shit is so neither here nor there. The fact is that mental health has always been something that is not somebody's choice. I've been very open on my channel about my mental health, and sad to say, my PO doesn't give a fuck about my mental health or give a fuck about yeah, I'm not going to talk shit about my PO because I'd like to at least enjoy a couple days out. But this time they took me off my meds completely for over a month, and then so I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that little, like right here on my, there's a little bump. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that's what's called from stemming, and that's from me not having my meds. So I just recently got put back on my normal dosage about 2 weeks ago. I had all intent when I got out to kill myself. It wasn't being in there. Being in there was a different it was a different type of life because I live off grid and shit, so I pack in my water, my septic, all that shit, so it's kind of nice to have showers and be able to flush toilets and all that shit. At the same time, September 1st, they recriminalized drugs in the state of Oregon, and they're going to be pretty harsh on it. So there's mandatory minimums now for possessions and shit like that, which is kind of fucked up. But at the same time, mental health has been around for so long that I don't understand why it is that they can do deflection programs and all this other shit for drugs and not address the mental health, because the jails are overpopulated with people with mental health. And the sad part is that if people would really have lawyers that actually supported them and actually they would find out like what mitigated circumstances is and shit like that. And a lot of people would have less time and less punishments, but yet at the same time everybody needs punishments to be able to redirect their behavior if their behavior's off balance. Now, I'm not somebody to preach because, like I said, I just got out of jail, but at the same time I'm well within my rights to not sign a release of information, and HIPAA rights were violated very, very, very much. Being told that I failed treatment was a harsh thing, because mental health is an ongoing thing, and I don't believe that you can fail as long as you're putting in effort, and I've been putting in my effort. I want to take the time right now to give a shout out to the jail guards that do have a heart and actually enjoy their job. The sheriff here, I don't have no respect for whatsoever. I felt like I was in a 60 Days In episode of mental health, but that I just wasn't part of the fucking TV crew or whatever, even though there wasn't no TV crew. But 60 Days In, if you're actually, if somebody send it out to him or whatever, but I really think that fucking 60 Days In needs to do some mental health episodes. I'll tell you what, I about caught a couple fades by mentioning it. People actually thought I was fucking 60 Days In. So, I mean, because I am somebody that speaks my mind and shit, and my sanction through the jail, or through the courts, was 56 days. So, you know how close that is to 60 days. If people actually fucking really believe that I was part of 60 Days In, but yeah, them coming off fentanyl and doing all these drugs and shit, I had to kind of break it down to them retard style of like, hey dude, if it was 60 Days In, don't you think I'd be being pulled out and talk to the camera? There would be more camera crews here, or shit like that. Oh yeah, huh? Like, fuck, here's your sign, dude. But anyhow, I am making a decision to turn my life over to a higher power. I'm gonna get back on track of doing things I need to do, beyond just maintaining my mental health. The guards there, not all the guards, but most of the guards do have hearts. What up, Christine, Mr. Rocker Vlogs, Rogers, Brandon, what's up, Gaspers? I hope you guys are all doing good, and thank you all for coming in, saying hi. I smoked my first cigarette, which is probably a no-no, but I'll tell you what, tastes like shit, but never got lightheaded. But I read a couple books. There's a book that I'm going to suggest to people that may be struggling with mental health, or even may need to know a little bit about personal growth. There's a book called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. It's called Eckhart Tolle, and it's A New Earth. You can probably YouTube him. He has videos up, I guess. I haven't done it, but thanks, Rogers. It has been a while, but Gasper, I realized that my ego plays a part with my mental health, and I have to be more mindful, and I have to be more internal with my my internal peace. And I've accepted the fact, and I fully have written Gina, my ex, off. We're not friends. We will not be friends. I pray that for her. I wish the best for her, but at the same time, I will never have anything to do with her again. I realized that I've tried very hard to articulate my words because of the fact that I was looking for some type of answer and expressing my verbal communication through YouTube, trying to find an answer. And when I read that book, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. And it's very opening spiritually, and it's very yeah. So I know that I'm gonna try to buy that book again and reread it, because reading it once I didn't retain everything, but at the same time, it is something that I could reread and be able to gain more, because there's so much knowledge inside that book that you could only grow from it. Well, NNC, what up, Beckers? Thank you guys for the hugs. It's good to see you guys. I needed this today. My PO is already on the rampage of I have to stay the night at my house tonight. I am over 200 miles away from my home on foot. But I got this shit, and I want to say this too, and it's necessary to say it. Our jail systems are meant for people that are innocent until proven guilty. The sad part is that when people get out of jail, they kind of look back and they don't try to change things, and that's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over. The fact is that I know personally that there's at least 4 people in that jail here in Jefferson County that have been in there for almost 2 years or more, waiting for their day in court. Every single time their trial gets pushed back more and more. These are people that have not taken a deal, that are strong-willed in mind, and has trusted the system. Some of them don't even have prior charges. And as we know, they say that I have the ability to recognize things or whatever. And reading some of the paperwork, I'm just going to say this, that Department of Justice, when you watch this video, I want you to be very well aware that the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department and the Madras City Police Department needs some oversight. It needs to be changed, not just for the victims of crimes, but because of the community. There is so much detrimental damage being done by law enforcement because of their neglect that I'm not going to trip over cars following me no more or whatever, because of the fact that I know what I know. And I realize that it may have made me look crazy, but Department of Justice, you need to do your job. If it was an experiment with decriminalization of drugs and making it criminalized now, you need to make it to where people are held accountable, that confidential informant or not, or because confidential informants aren't paid people or whatever, they just give information. Those people should not be out here in the streets allowed to do drugs, be involved with drugs, be pregnant while doing fentanyl, and getting away with the shit that they do just because they're giving information out. Everybody should be equal. I still want justice in regards to my video that's up with fucking Tyke got arrested, or gets arrested, or Life of Tyke gets arrested. That's very clearly an officer, Mel Brown with the City of Madras Police Department, got away with assaulting me and fabricated a police report. At that video, you will see that I never addressed that officer with a closed fist. I had one hand with a Monster drink and the other hand with a camera. A camera is the most dangerous weapon you can have nowadays, and I will stand by that. Rogers, you hit it nail on. They do punish you for fighting for your innocence. And the sad part is that, you know, there's the people that are strong and do that. There's a young cat in there that he's early 20s, and I had some talks with him, and I touched his heart, and I let him know that, like, his light may be dimming, his but he's still worth it, and there's not very many people that will go into jail and hold the positive attitude. I will say this, that I was very comfortable with being in jail in regards to having the 3 meals, the flushing of the toilet, the water, I was content, even though I was fighting for my own mental health to get medication. I was fighting for certain stuff, and we'll go in that in the future. I have a safety plan that I want to show you guys that is definitely not a safety plan, and all it does is just support the fact that the mental health here in Jefferson County in Madras, Oregon, which is called Best Care, that's contracted with the jail, does not have any ability to help people in the jail because the jail has the full oversight. That being said, when people are coming off of fentanyl and detoxing off fentanyl, there's a doctor named Dr. Manning that works out of Madras somewhere, that's the doctor that oversees the Jefferson County Jail, is prescribing benzodiazepines for people that are coming off fentanyl. That being said, you mix opiates with benzodiazepines, that's a recipe for death. They've already had a death in this jail. Prior guard's been sentenced actually one time for neglect or whatever. It shouldn't go to people losing their life and to where shit changes. It needs to change before then. What up, Nikki? Again, it's good to see all y'all. So when you guys see Jeffro bust his balls and tell him that I didn't get no letter, but neither here nor there. I got shit I got to do, and I just wanted to jump on here and say what's up to you guys and let you guys know that I am alive, and I appreciate every one of you guys, and to the deputies that are at the jail that actually do care about somebody's mental health and stuff. I personally want to thank you. I want to thank you for having a heart. I want to thank you for understanding that when I pointed out, you know, you weren't wearing a hat or you weren't wearing the glasses or you came in with your rubber gloves or whatever. That was just my way of being able to feel more comfortable and communicate, because outside, the police officers that are outside, they are different than the guards that work the jail. Totally different. And sometimes it's hard for people, even myself, to be able to separate that they can be there to help you, and they can only help you so much, which is the sad part. I have some ORS codes wrote up or whatever that I could be able to file through a civil litigation or whatever, but it's really not worth my time. But again, I just want to be very clear that on my sentencing grid, they have me down as an A, which means that I have 3 person-to-person felony crimes, which is nothing on my record. I do not have that. And they apparently sentenced me under an A in the gridlock. They violated my probation rights within the state of Oregon. If you get a probation violation, you're supposed to be before the judge or the magistrate within 36 hours. This time and last time when I had my probation violation, I never got heard within 36 hours. I was held for, the first time was like 14 days before I was even made it back to court. Then this time was over 10 days. I was found in non-compliance for failure to obey treatment and failure to sign a release of information. That being said, the worker, Fawn Newport, that works with Lake District Wellness Center, admitted under oath that there was no release of information signed, but yet she testified in court, and they admitted that they hid this from my mental health therapist. I'm very, very blessed to have my mental health therapist be as professional as she is. I missed her very much. I do miss her. I realized that reading that book that some of the things in regards to, like, when she would say we, those words do something to ourselves. You know, like when we buy Nikes or Adidas or whatever, you basically buy the vision of what you see. I agree, Rogers. And wiki audits. I do. So in regards to my dog Lace is still with Gina and Gina's grandma and Gina's mom. There hasn't been no police report filed to the district attorney in regards to my report of that, or there hasn't been no filed report of when the gun was pulled on me when somebody came into Gina's grandma's house. For some reason, the Madras City Police Department doesn't want to file it to the district attorney. If the district attorney does not get it, nothing gets done. So that being said, no, I do not have Lace still. The dog that I had, the puppy that I had, Cooper was what we called him. Cooper was put into a foster placement. And as we know, Cooper was 11 weeks old when I got him. He was with me for about 2-3 weeks. And it was supposed to be a new thing that my therapist thought was going to be a therapy dog. And I really don't want to trip in the future because, like I said, when I got out, I really planned on killing myself. I really did. The reason why I say that is because I'm tired of being a victim of the system. And if the system doesn't have enough time to listen or to address an issue to change it, I'd rather be my own victim than be a victim of somebody else. And for my probation to be violated each time for release of information and the same conditions be put in, and to be told that I'm looking at prison over my head if I fuck up again, it doesn't sit very easy. So I have simple goals to do that I'm going to follow through with. I'm not giving up my fight. I will still stand up for the people that don't have a voice, and even myself. That being said, Cooper's name has been changed, and Cooper is in a good home. And I won't release his new name because I don't want to violate the foster placement's home or the new owner's home. But I've always been able to make the best decision for other people and not myself, and that's the truth. So the best decision is to let Cooper go and let Cooper be in a home that he's loved in, and that yeah, for sure with Yachty's, yeah, for sure. That being said, NNC, we're going to talk more about that whole thing in regards to moving to the East Coast and shit, because well, you put me in front of a machine and I started looking shit up. There's a big difference between being on probation and being on fucking post-prison. I'm choosing not to get Cooper back because he's been in this home, and there's a kid in the home, and he has play buddies, cats, I guess. He plays with some cats, and he's just doing really good. And I really need to focus on myself, and I really need to grow a lot more. And that being said, my dick don't get hard, so I'm not really thinking with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's the meds, I don't know what it is, but obviously that ain't like making me think faster. so I'm more grounded in that aspect. My ego's not as bad as it used to be. My understanding of certain things, and I'm definitely gonna go grab that book. It's Eckhart Tolle, as in A New Earth. So if anybody wants to go read it or whatever, look it up. Look him up on YouTube. I haven't done it personally, but at the same time, I would want to hope that you guys join this journey with me through this, because you guys are going to see a better me. And I don't know what's to come, but I do know that I'm bound and determined to keep doing what I need to do. And I thought about taking Lace back or whatever, but then at the same time, that would be another burglary charge or whatever, because, and yeah, so I'm doing everything the right way, and sometimes the right way don't pay off like it's the right thing. But at the same time, like I said, that when the Department of Justice, you watch this video, you guys really need to crack down on Jefferson County and the city of Madras. There needs to be held accountability. People are going to jail now for Measure 11 charges, Measure 11 mandatory minimum sentences. Now the drugs are, a mandatory minimum of 19 months. The prisons are going to be overpopulated. Confidential informants are out here, pregnant, doing fucking fentanyl with babies and shit. And the drugs, because confidential informants are texting officers with their personal numbers and shit, rather than calling 911 when something's a death urgent thing.